equality and diversity. And in that regard, I think it's only appropriate that I'm sitting here instead of our Director Per Martin today. Indeed, yes. It is of enormous importance that we front the position and the inclusion and the involvement of women, Norwegian and African alike, and women all over the globe to be part of the new sustainable blue economy movement. And this is a very heartfelt case on my part. I'm very excited, and I hope that there will be more conversations about how Norway and the African countries can participate and collaborate on this particular sustainability goal. Also, we've set out a course where we lay ground for special focus on sustainability goal number 13, which is climate, number 14, life underwater, and perhaps most importantly, in order to be able to effectively execute on all these initiatives that we're speaking about here today, number 17, which is cooperation and partnerships to achieve these goals. And I think that partnership really is the main topic here. For us, we see a special and very interesting trend in Norway and also increasingly in Africa, where we see entrepreneurship and young entrepreneurship as a strong driver for the blue economy. I think the blue economy is really reliant that we are able to include in our policies proper instruments and proper initiatives to spur the young engagement and the young participation, so that we make sure that the generations that come after us have the right tools and the right incentives and the right engagement to actually create these businesses and to create these initiatives that will carry the blue economy in the years to come. And that's why one of the most important things, I think, for Nordshipping also in the upcoming conference in 2019 is to show that one of our engagements in these international collaborations, and also the collaboration with Africa at Nordshipping, will be with focus on the diversity elements, the young elements in the startup and entrepreneurship realm of the shipping industry. I strongly believe that we are in need of an infusion of new, innovative ways of thinking about how we are going to cooperate in years to come to fulfill all of our plans. In general, I also would like to say that the relationship between Norway and several of the African countries, and especially Kenya, since we are, after all, in Nairobi in this conference, is of great importance to us. What we can do is to really emphasize that collaboration between our countries, and seeing as Kenya being, for us, a very interesting portal to reaching the region and to reaching the regional challenges with investments, that is also something that I'm very eager and hoping to discuss with the panel and outside the panel. Financial investments in the sustainable economy is of vital importance. And I really hope that Norway will pave the way of another wave of investment in Africa. We've been very early with several very important investments in energy and infrastructure and supporting governmental setups. And I really, really hope that in the years to come we can also support that kind of infrastructure build-up happening in the maritime and blue economy. I would also just like to stress that in terms of the development and cooperation activities that we will be looking at, engaging in for the time to come, I would very much welcome all of you that are interested in becoming some way a part, one way or the other, of any of our sustainable development and blue economy efforts at Nordshipping, be that Africa at Nordshipping or something else. Please, you're very welcome to reach out to me at any point. I will be in the conference throughout Wednesday, and I hope to speak with many of you about our forward and future cooperation.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure she has carried some business cards which she can share with you outside the side events, so that we see how Africa can support the no shipping 2019. And now I would like to call on Mr. Chris Trelawney as we enter into the second sub-theme, which is on Chris, what are you speaking on? Now I'm painfully aware that I've got 5 minutes in my own shoes. Something too is towards harnessing the resources of the African maritime domain and the implementation of continental strategies. And I'd like to focus briefly on 2 elements of that. First is the resources and the untapped potential of the African domain. Now, my learned friend, the Secretary General, picked me up on a phrase I often use, which is sea blindness. Not appreciating the value of the maritime sector. I would also go one stage further and suggest there is a serial problem of wealth blindness. Unaware of the actual value of what's in these. How much is your fish actually worth if you develop it sustainably? How much is your oil and gas actually worth to you? Not how much are people prepared to pay for the licenses, but what should they be paying? So it's an understanding of what's out there. And it is no shortage of intellect in Africa. There's a shortage of resources. But I would suggest that government should be talking to their universities, to their think tanks. Actually, let's have a scientific analysis of what is worth out there, then we can work out what we're going to spend on it and do the planning that way. The other untapped potential in Africa is its people. Vibrant, hard-working, bright people who should be going to sea in ships. I'm not partisan view on that, but there's an awful lot of potential out there. So IMO can assist in training seafarers, assisting the training centres, etc., building that African potential for intra-African trade by sea, perhaps promoting more manufacturing in Africa rather than exporting raw material with no value added and no employment opportunities in Africa. And on that people side, clearly the involvement of women in maritime is a key issue. And I'll just give a shout out to Helen Day, standing at the back of the room, who is our champion on women in maritime programs. Why anybody would write off 50% of their talent pool just defeats me. So let's get more women at sea. If you're relying on physical strength to get you out of trouble, you've done something wrong. The other area is the issue of continental strategies. There are myriad continental strategies out there. There's the Agenda 2063, there's the African Integrated Maritime Strategy 2050, Lome Charter. These are wonderful, very aspirational documents. They're absolutely right. But what they lack is a clear roadmap for how to get there. And this is where IMO has been assisting. Now, the African Maritime Transport Charter 2010 is probably better in that regard. It's more prescriptive, it's more helpful. Unfortunately, it still hasn't got enough member states ratifying it for it to go into force. So that's another area we might want to look at. But we've been involved in a process of taking those aspirational documents and breaking them down into measurable objectives, measurable tasks. And we've done that through working with the member states in both East Africa and West and Central Africa to develop things known as the Yaoundé Code of Conduct and also the Jeddah Amendment Contribution Code, which operates in the East Coast. These set out commitments by the governments who have signed up to it to do measurable things. And some of the key ones there would be reviewing national legislation to make sure it's fit for purpose, so it will get you towards aims 2050 and Africa 2063. Establishment of national maritime security and facilitation committees, getting a whole of government joined up approach to maritime. Not just leaving it as a purview of the Maritime Authority for a minute. So it's really, we do have programs to assist member states to achieve those objectives. The only other things I would point out is that member states implementing stuff is a better way of achieving it. In my opinion, it's a better way of achieving it than top-down approach from the African Union. You need to build your house on firm foundations, not on sand. Regional economic communities tend to reflect their membership. And if their members are perceived like wealthy and not giving enough economic comparison, that's going to be the same in regional. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I would like you just to turn to your neighbor. Face your neighbor. Ask him or her, are you civilized? Thank you. Thank you. With that, I would like to invite Mr. Michael Lukuje, Acting Director General of Ghana Ports Authority, to give us his insights with regards to the port sector. Michael, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Modri. The subject of ports and the blue economy, I'll say very much directly related in the sense that the ports are homes to cargo ships, and every other activity that is linked to the port does affect the blue economy's growth or otherwise. And the port sector has been conscious of this. But even maybe I want to stand here and say that the coastal states, and as far as ports are concerned, have never been sea blind, maybe well blind, like Chris has said. We concentrate just on the ports and the fact that we need to pass our imports and exports through the ports, but ignore to a large extent so many other resources that we could harness from the sea. But talking for the port sector, I think traditionally, if you look at the ports development landscape, we've grown in tandem with the growth of trade and ships. As trade grows and ships growing in size, the supply chain gets highly sensitive to time. Certainly, ports have always adjusted in tandem. And we've been doing this. If you look at the African coasts, every single country today is expanding port capacity. Sometimes people are expressing the fear that we end up having too much port capacity with very little cargo. But of course, each country is developing the port on the basis of what its national economy can attract and what its country can do. But we have our own challenges as the port sector. Whilst we do this, we realize governments don't have sufficient funds in the modern world to move in the same pace with the growth of trade and the need for port capacity and infrastructure. And therefore, governments have to always extend their hand to invite the private sector. And that is where the biggest challenge has come for ports, where the private sector is coming in to participate with a profit motive, yet government's participation is supposed to have a balance between the social value and the economic importance, sustainability. And here, ports have grown to realize that we have had a number of challenges in the area of contracts, negotiations, and arbitration. And of course, implementation, monitoring for compliance. Some regulatory frameworks are a subject of concern in some countries, where they don't sufficiently protect private investment. As a result, when they are participating in any government project, they want to extract their value as quickly as possible before they get caught up in any political crossfire. And therefore, sometimes the bargaining power of the private sector is much stronger than the public sector. And we end up having PPP arrangements that are not entirely in our favor. Of course, the real benefits of PPPs in ports has also been a challenge, where you develop a port and modernize it, it becomes more expensive. So directly in terms of social impact, the society thinks the new port has brought higher costs than the values they are looking at. So how do we measure efficiency gains and translate them directly into some monetary value that we can demonstrate to society that the modernization and the PPP project has really brought about benefit? This is also a major capacity area that the port sector is looking at. Of course, the local content component of it It's also a challenge where the project is any private sector person coming to the port sector wants to have 100% ownership as a concessionaire. To what extent will society participate, local content participation, that remains challenging. Very few countries have had situations where local participants have also been registered as concessionaires to develop and manage ports. So these are areas that the port sector is looking at as we seek to play our due role in the progress and value addition of the group economy. Of course, maritime security is very much known to all of us. For us as ports, access in and out of our ports and how safe and secure they are our major concern. And in this area, we certainly as ports are cooperating with national and regional authorities, maritime authorities and navies to ensure the waters through and out of our ports are as safe as possible. So whilst we are looking at developing stakeholder engagement and support and collaboration to deal with maritime safety and security, we are also developing internal capacity to be able to negotiate and execute win-win contracts. And of course, urging our government to have the most attractive regulatory frameworks to be able to deal with and attract investment into our countries. So capacity building, security enforcement, appropriate legal environment are the milestones that ports must pursue so that we can contribute our quota as a major component of the global economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would now like to call on Samuel Kame Tokuya, Strategic Planner, Ministry of Defense, Cameroon, who was very much involved in the development of the African Integrated Maritime Strategy 2050 during his period at the African Union. Samuel, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. And please allow me to express my gratitude to the IMO for facilitating my participation to this event. My English is very poor, so I would like to know if tous les francophones qui sont dans la salle sont OK que je continue en anglais ou est-ce qu'il faut que je switch en français? Français.
Anyway, you're comfortable.
On va donc continuer en français. Tout le monde est d'accord. Le modérateur disait que pendant mes 10 ans passés à l'Union africaine, j'ai été le principal architecte de la stratégie 2050, stratégie africaine intégrée que nous avons développée pour la gouvernance de nos mers et océans. En fait, j'étais passé à l'Union africaine pour toute autre chose, et c'était une initiative personnelle qui m'a amené à proposer au leadership de l'Union africaine de joindre des experts, parmi lesquels beaucoup d'entre vous ici présents, pour, de manière africano-africaine, penser la gouvernance de nos océans, et ceci de manière multidécade, ce qui nous a amené à penser à l'horizon 2050. William, Azou, Sobantou, Nancy et bien d'autres que je n'ai pas eu la chance de voir se souviendront qu'à l'époque, en 2008, quand je commençais ce processus, tout le monde se moquait de moi, tout le monde se demandait c'est quoi l'économie bleue, les économies ont maintenant des couleurs, et j'ai encore souvenir d'une séance où William Azou a dû dire à son voisin expert, parce qu'il venait de toute l'Afrique, que c'était important que nous regardions à ce sujet, que c'était important de voir aussi loin que 2050, parce que même de ce point de vue, je faisais l'objet de moqueries. Vous comprenez à quel point je suis heureux, très émotivement heureux, de voir tant de monde aujourd'hui réunis ici à Nairobi pour parler d'économie bleue. Je pense que nous n'avons pas perdu notre temps. Beaucoup nous reprochent, je l'ai entendu, l'implémentation, la mise en œuvre du plan d'action de la stratégie africaine intégrée pour les mers et les océans à l'horizon 2050. Oui, il y a un retard. Oui, nous avons du mal à goupiller, à mettre en musique toutes les forces qui doivent être prises en compte dans la mise en œuvre de cette stratégie. Mais je ne vais pas en rougir, je ne m'excuserai pas pour ça. Nous venons de loin. En 2008, Chris, qui est ici présent, janvier 2009, se souviendra qu'à Djibouti, quand nous étions en train d'adopter le code de conduite de Djibouti, j'avais demandé expressément que la dimension économique soit prise en compte dans le code de conduite de Djibouti, et personne ne m'avait suivi. Il est témoin que quand nous pensions le code de conduite de Yaoundé, cela a été pris en compte. Cela veut dire que entre 2009, janvier 2009 et juin 2013, au moment où les chefs d'État adoptaient le code de conduite de Yaoundé, il a fallu du temps. Mais nous y sommes arrivés. Donc, là, je m'adresse à ces jeunes Africains qui sont ici présents dans cette salle. C'est vrai. On parle de sea blindness. C'est vrai. On parle de world blindness. N'oublions pas que nous venons de loin. Les rapports que nous avions avec les mers et les océans ne sont pas les mêmes que certains avaient. Nous avons des rapports plutôt très négatifs, compte tenu de notre passé, sur lequel je vais pas revenir ici. Nous avions une approche pas très entrepreneuriale par rapport à ce que nous avions vécu dans le passé. Mais il est de notre responsabilité, avec les partenaires qui sont ici présents, il est de notre responsabilité de développer, ça c'est déjà fait, des stratégies au niveau continental, au niveau sous-régional, il y en a qui sont déjà développées, à ECOWAS par exemple. Au niveau national, il y a des stratégies qui sont développées, l'île Maurice, les Seychelles et l'Afrique du Sud, et j'en passe. Mais nous devons prendre le temps de domestiquer notre approche par rapport à la mer. Nous avons suivi l'Union africaine aujourd'hui nous dire que voilà, aujourd'hui, un département de l'économie bleue est en train de mettre en place. C'est ce que nous avions prévu, nous avions suggéré en 2008. Hein? You remember this, Sobantu? Ils sont en train de dire aujourd'hui que cela est en train d'être mis en place alors qu'une déclaration, la déclaration d'Addis Abeba, en 2012, l'avait déjà mentionné. La décision qui a adopté la stratégie africaine pour les mers et les océans avait déjà mentionné les chefs d'État, mais c'est aujourd'hui que nous sommes en train de mettre en place. Donc il n'y a pas à en rougir. Essayons de faire le plus vite possible, mais faisons bien. Parce que les générations futures nous tiendront comptables. They will hold us accountable of what we're doing today. So let's, how do you say that? Shoulder to wheels. Do you say that in English? Let's together pool our assets, mutualize our assets, and leverage the necessary political will. I can tell it is there. There is still work to do in that regard. Let's make sure that we have that critical mass. I don't know if it is acceptable in English. Between experts, cross-sectoral experts in Africa, to make sure that we streamline our ideas, we are focused on what we want, because the future generation will not be dependable on what other people have crafted for them. We as Africans, we have to take that responsibility. It is our duty. We were trained for that. We were sent to school for that. So it's our time to deliver. It's our time to leave a legacy for future generations. Otherwise, they will have to cope with strategies that have been crafted for them by other people. Thank you very much.
Someone, your English is very good. Now, I will take two questions from the audience before we go to the second set of panelists. So, can I recognize any hand, anyone? Unless you are sea blind. Okay, gentleman there. Do you have a microphone? While we are waiting for a microphone, he's still asking, we are waiting for a microphone for the gentleman to ask a question.
Thank you very much. My name is Abdullah. I'm the Executive Secretary of the African Convention. I'd like to congratulate the panelists in the wonderful presentations. My question goes to Samuel of the African Union. How much money has been put together by African countries for the implementation of the 2015 African Integrated Maritime
We'll take the second question. This lady here, we have to balance the gender, you know.
Thank you very much. Je vais parler en
parfait.
Je viens du Burkina Faso, donc c'est tout à fait normal. Je voudrais féliciter tous les panélistes qui nous ont entretenus. Et puis, je voudrais dire dans les domaines qui je vais dire sur le même sujet. Ne soyez pas étonnés que je vienne parce que je suis d'un pays enclavé. Nous avons 6 frontières. Mais nous sommes là. Nous sommes très intéressés par l'économie bleue. Ce que j'ai, le petit pincement que j'ai, c'est que c'est la plupart des représentants de pays du littoral qui parlent de l'économie bleue. Alors que les pays enclavés, nous sommes complètement dépendants des pays du littoral. Tout nos biens, pour tous, nous sommes obligés de parler par les pays du littoral. Et notre pays, nous avons des relations avec le port de Lomé, le port de Téma, de Ghana, le port de la Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan, le port de Cotonou. Nous sommes obligés de construire ce qu'on appelle des terminaux, des ports secs à l'intérieur de notre pays pour stocker tout ce que nous importons à travers le monde. Donc, d'une certaine manière, les pays enclavés contribuent et participent à l'économie bleue. En retour, la question que je voudrais, c'est pas une question, disons une suggestion. J'ai beaucoup aimé l'exemple donné par le représentant de la Côte d'Ivoire sur les politiques africaines au départ qui ont été implodées ou explosées par les forces extérieures. Je dis, au lieu de rester entre pays du littoral, quand ça devient compliqué, associer les pays de l'intérieur. Parce que nous aussi, nous sommes une force qui devrions nous appuyer dans ces politiques parce que nous dépendons sur vos différents forts. Donc, mon commentaire, c'était que, d'une certaine manière, introduisez-nous dans le sujet, intéressez-vous à nous dans le sujet parce que nous sommes dépendants de tout et nous apportons aussi pour la participation des espaces dans vos différents forts. Merci beaucoup.
Merci. Samuel, will you speak to the first question, please?
Yes, thank you. Actually, he's trying to kid me, Abu Bama, my dear brother. Because we have worked a lot on these issues, and one of the prerequisites, preconditions of the contributions to come from African member states was the establishment of the Department for Blue Economy in Africa. When you look at the true size of Africa versus the true size of Europe, you will see that Europe is a tiny continent besides Africa, and that is reflected even in what we call the African Maritime Domain in the 2050 AIM strategy. We have much more waters than the Europeans, but they have a whole directorate working on these issues with thousands of staff members, while at the African Union we had one person who decided on his own to tackle the